Welcome back, guys. I'm Yash, and today we are going to talk about Gen Zs. Okay, like kind of the leading generation right now, and why I think that Gen Zs might be right all along because they're thinking the way that they think, especially. Welcome back, guys. Hi guys, I'm Yash, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about some random things again, and this time I've chosen us, like the Gen Zs. Okay, so we are going to talk about why I think that Gen Zs might be actually one of the best generation that has ever kind of walked on the earth, and why I think that the way that we are doing things might be it's not all good, right? You are not perfect, like, and we are not perfect, but definitely as compared to millennials, okay, we are in some things we are far better. Definitely at some aspects we have kind of messed ourselves up, but I will talk about it. We will make this video kind of quick and short. Let's just talk about first thing first. We will talk about the basic five attributes that anyone you can kind of not specially judge anyone, but yeah, kind of do that. The first one is definitely going to be the physical element, then your mental element, then your I guess spiritual might be too much, but definitely spiritual too, social and financial. Like these five things kind of makes or breaks who you are. So we are going to talk about our entire generation because of course we are a part of it too. It's not going to be some bullshit talks, and nor I'm going to show you like some definite facts and stuff or research papers, because I think that's just pure it just goes towards this whole scientific thing. I just want to talk about it, okay, and this is my perspective on things. So first let's talk about physically, okay. So let's just see our fathers, okay. The thing is there are many aspects of this, okay. First thing first, it's not all the good things, right? Because definitely the food, the number of fast food has increased, the obesity rate over the world has increased. There are more health problems now, and definitely the diet has gotten way shittier. There are more weird stuff like plastics or some things we are present in our food. We cannot really trust people or what they are actually mixing in our food, and we most likely always buy packaged things, okay. So in kind of a way it's like a very declining slope. So at a glance it might just look to you that this generation is fogged by diet perspective, right? But you also have to see this thing, the amount of people. And I'm not going to show you a factual data because I don't have one, okay. I am just talking about some logical things that you see in your surroundings, the changes that you have seen in your surroundings. For example, there is this very simple myth, or a very popular myth among Indian parents, and there are a lot of myths like that, but one is that going to gym destroys your body, okay. I mean, it might be good, it might be true, but I don't know why that is true, okay. So this is also in my household. So few years ago, I guess, I usually do home workouts, okay. So I was very excited, so I talked to my parents that would you let me go to gym, and they straight up said no, because according to them it kind of destroys their body. And I know it sounds foolish, but you gotta agree, Indian parents do say these things, right? I mean, comparatively looking, we are America is kind of one of the most obese country, but so are we. And just like there are a lot of fit guys in America, a lot of fit guys in India. I mean, comparatively speaking, but this whole myth stays towards Indians most of the time, because our parents just believe that this thing is like gym kills you or something like that, and it's all thanks to the weird videos that they see on Facebook, especially. But let's talk facts here. Okay, gym doesn't destroy your body. Of course, everything can destroy you. You know, kind of, it depends on what you are doing with it. For example, just let's just take gym. Okay, gym. So there are people who takes anabolics in gym, and as you know, it's drug, and it might make you look big and strong, but at the end it's just going it's very harmful and dangerous, and it might actually kill you. Then there are very many accidents that happen in gym. uh, I mean, it's not all myth and stuff. Maybe our parents are just worried about us, but you got to see things in different way. Okay, in India, definitely, we always see there's this whole thing that men and pregnant women almost look same together. Okay, it's like the both carry child inside them, because you can see them. Okay, and it's very ugly. And I'm not saying it's ugly, don't take it. I'm not what do you guys say, I'm not getting the word, but I don't hate fat people. Okay, it's just kind of a state of your body. That's something. Yeah, fat shaming or body shaming, you can take it however you want, but yeah, honestly, if you are like fat, you are fat. Okay, that's a state of your body. Nobody is making fun of you, because it might be because of some kind of disease, right? So it's not good to make fun of it, but definitely, and it's your life, you can make your choices. But why choose to stay unhealthy? I just don't get it. Okay, and if you are choosing to stay unhealthy, doesn't that means that in a way you are destroying your own body, and in a way that's a bad thing. Okay, that's a bad influence to the people you live around. Definitely you can be a kind person, and your personality can be very good. It's just body wise, I'm not fat shaming you, it's just a fact. Okay, my family has this too. So as I said, working out in home, and people just start looking at you like working out is kind of a waste of time, considered a waste of time in India. Okay, and you have seen Indian street foods, like, and this whole street food craze has like, if for example, our parents, okay, even if you take them outside, they don't usually eat that much from outside. Okay, definitely. Then there was the purity of food. Mostly, for example, I live in Bihar, and I live like my village, where there are like organic stuff, crops and stuff. So our fields and my village is just 20 minutes away from here. Okay, so usually you know uh, the rice and uh, the flour that we get are usually directly from kind of uh, I mean, I've just forgot what do you call gehu in English. But yeah, definitely, it's just something that we most of the stuff. My mummy has a very is very passionate about this whole gardening thing, and I kind of love plants too. These are examples, and some are behind those windows that I've covered because it was not looking really good, the background. But yeah, so it is a good thing. So most of the food we eat is kind of organic, and because I've seen farming so close, so I know how many shitty things are there in your food. Okay, but we can't stop it completely. Okay, and comparatively, definitely our parents, I mean, I will talk to you about my grandmother. Okay, and I've seen my mother's grandmother, and they are alive and well, and they can jump, they can walk, they don't need any support for that, and they work all day. My grandmother mother like can lift this whole thing, and this is like a king size bed, and see while cleaning still lift it lifts it like from her hand like this, and then she cleans from one hand, then sweeps from one hand, and that is fucking cool, and that is fucking like, gigantic strength kind of thing. And so this is the thing. I guess we have gotten too deep into the topic, but the thing is that most of people are more obese and we are more prone to diseases now. We have weak immune system, but that's kind of all the surrounding impact. Okay, most of the things are not particularly every individual person's fault, right? It is an industrial thing. Okay, you cannot completely stop it, but comparatively, if you are talking about individual level, okay, irrespective to whatever financial class they belongs from, because the way people has gotten active, like you can see teenagers, most of them and by most I guess around 70 to 80% of them do go to gym, or at least do some kind of activity. And most of them keep a track of their diets, they cook themselves, and they are moving the whole our whole generation, the people that actually care about themselves, the number has like gotten that number has increased a lot, the percentage has increased a lot. And it's not the 1% club anymore, the 1% has gone to 10%, because people are getting more active about this stuff. Okay, so health wise people are spending more on healthy stuff. Okay, and people are going more on the gym, and definitely that goes for both males and females have become active too. Our mothers and fathers, I mean mostly the 30-40 aged people are going gym. The childrens, the Gen Z kids are kind of making their parents join gym. And I've seen I mean definitely not in front of me, but I've seen it. Okay, parents okay, I've seen it. Parents kind of, kids, parents going to gym together with their kids, and 30 years old, 40 years old men and women, and like my mommy don't go to gym, she don't even walks, and she has got type, I mean the initial stages of diabetes. For both my parents are diabetic, and no matter how much I say for them to just walk. Okay, the park is like we have one park in the city, and it's around 15 to, I mean kind of half an hour wait to just go and then come here. So yeah, it's kind of very far away, but usually I don't know the reason. I've convinced them a lot, I've requested them a lot, but they just don't they won't listen. And that is what I've see people, their parents going to gym, and like mummies are lifting 100 kgs, they're lifting it. And so why would their waist or their muscles or their bones like become very weak when they are doing this kind of stuff at their age? It will become strong, like your body will make itself stronger to lift those kind of weights, and it will help you in regular day basis, right? But our parents won't listen to it. So that in that way, physically Gen Z is a lot better. I know the topic has gotten way lengthier. Let's talk about mental state. Okay, mentally I do think our parents were like more focused, definitely thanks to reels and shorts. We our generation has just fucked that thing out, the whole focus point of view. But in a way we are also very focused now, like the people of course who are very active about these things. And in this way I think we kind of lose mental war, because we are more aggressive, and yeah, there are a lot of things happening. But everything has a good point of view and bad. But I still think the older generations were more focused and more calmer calmer kind of. Okay, so in mental war we kind of lose. Of course, many people are getting active towards meditation and stuff, but the amount, I mean, we are getting so fast track life nowadays. It's very hard to focus. I'm not I mean, of course, it's not, it's just an excuse for someone like me. But the people that are actually working, they have to work away from their parents, and of course older generation did the same too. The older generation had it more harder. The amount of resources that we have, we are shifting towards the mental topic and we are going towards the technology topic, right? So the resources, the free resources that we have, is comparatively way, cheaper and easier than what our parents had to go through. For example, we can just study from our room, and we can crack, or we have homeschooling nowadays, and there are a lot of things that people do nowadays, and it's possible to only study on YouTube and learn unlimited courses, and learn enough to, you just don't have to go to school, you can learn all of it through free from YouTube and stuff. So yeah, that is kind of a revolution that we Gen Zs has. One of the biggest advantages, of course, you can take it in the wrong way, that because of that we have gotten too accustomed, or too we have gotten too addictive to our phones and stuff. But that's just happened to every generation. Okay, now every generation has this good point and bad, so we can just kind of think. So in technology war we do win. Of course it comes with its side effect too, and it has this, I guess the side effect is much bigger than the positive effects. But I mean, you can see that, right? As for is like school education system, think it is just, it is messed up. Okay, for that I think our parents actually won that whole thing, because study was kind of cheap, previously. Right now you won't, the study has become a business. And do you know how fucking hard it is to kind of get enrolled into a school, coaching institute, college, or whatever? It's so hard nowadays, and it takes so much money, time, everything. It's like this whole a part of life that just has gotten so hard and difficult. I mean, recently my sister has changed the school, and I've noticed this. My parents were trying for months and months to get into like my previous school and the school that I studied in, and it was so hard comparatively to when I was enrolled. And then I hear about my cousins who are who are living in outside of Bihar, like some are in Delhi and stuff, and it's fucking hard, the donations and stuff. It's almost like you are waging a war, and this war is a part of life that and you have to win it, and you just have to win it because you want your children to be in school, right? That is what I think is kind of very fucked up about all of this. But anyway, that's something we definitely lose. Even though the technology is more advanced right now, millennials definitely won this one. Gen Z's lost this, because we are kind of more distracted by technology instead of being productive. Okay, but of course it can become better, because people are getting active towards it. People are most people are blocking shots and stuff, but also most people are creating stuff. Then definitely a new thing that came into mind: content creation. One of the best thing, and one of the most revolutionary thing that has gotten very big in our generation, right? Because you are seeing content creators, and you are having an opportunity to earn by yourself, by your creativity, by knowledge you have, and by your mind, your imagination. And this is one of the most revolutionary thing that has occurred in our generation. I mean, you can say AI, but let's just talk about content creation a lot more. We are seeing one streamers, some random guy who's decided to open a channel, treated as celebrities nowadays. They're standing in front of celebrities. They're meeting. There are kind of celebrity now, and they influence people more than any actors would have done in their time. Okay, or maybe not in their time, but nowadays, more than movies, more than actors, more than stories, these influencer kind of affects your life and your choices and many things. And content creation is literally one of the best thing. People can record themselves, people can create stuff from anywhere in the world, and it just takes one of your phone. And the platform is very easy, and it's easy to edit videos, definitely, if you are not going into this whole thing. Then one more thing about Gen Z is that we are kind of very minimalist when it comes to it, because I mean it's kind of this whole trend now that people like seeing more minimalistic videos, like not with a lot of edges and stuff. Okay, people are liking minimalist thing, and so people, because people are watching videos with less edits, the the people that are trying to make videos have more opportunities to become popular or share their ideas, thoughts, and get a good reach on their videos. Okay, and you can earn, you get sponsorships if you can create short films and stuff, you can animate, and it's kind of one of the best thing that has happened in our generation. Quickly moving on to next, because if I start to talk about YouTube, it's going to be bigger than the whole physical topic. Okay, then one of the most it's again the whole 50-50 thing again, is about discrimination and stuff. Comparatively, I do think people were evil earlier, like a lot evil earlier compared to what they are right now. For example, patriarchy and stuff, but definitely they had their own bad side, and we have our own bad side. For example, this is going to be a little sensitive to female watching this video, all the girls, but you gotta hear me out. See, in our time there was patriarchy, it was the father thing. Okay, men patriarchy, and it was bad, the toxic masculinity and everything you guys say. And the thing about is, then there was rise in feminism, and females kind of got their equal rights and stuff. But here's the point. Okay, it's more like this political thing, and that's why I don't want to talk about it. But it's pretty simple. Then it kind of just became a loop, and it kind of the father patriarchy ended and the mother's patriarchy began. The female patriarchy began. It's not a good or cool stuff. Okay, it's bad, because our fathers were kind of the men in the older generation were blaming women for all the bad stuff that happens in the house. Okay, take credit for the females and treat them very, very, very badly, kill them, and when it's stuff like that. But instead of making it normal, or stopping to all, making an end to all of this, females kind of did exactly what our fathers did. So it's more like, because it's more like this whole revenge thing now. It's not exactly revenge, but they are doing the same thing. Like, for example, if someone kills someone hurts your dog, you kill his dog, or you hurt his dog, then you are basically repeating the same thing. Okay, so you might call it revenge, but that was the man's fault. Okay, not the dog's, right? This is the thing. So females are doing this whole thing, this cheating thing. Okay, affairs, and females are killing men too, and it might sound cool at first, but it's this whole repeating cycle. And don't really want to go too deep in it. I will make another video for it, because it's kind of very sensitive topic, and don't want to ruin your moods, because we are talking about good things that we have in our generation. Comparatively, this whole discrimination thing, we are seeing more people together, kind of religious offers together. But in a friend group there are like 3 religion people, and different races, different countries, different nationalities, different languages, and they're friends, and they are more accept like our generation is more accepting towards other communities. And definitely then there are people like the political war and stuff, but it's more likely older generation guys, okay. And then the whole ego thing, I think it's kind of I mean, you might think that it's more into our generation right now, but it's comparatively very less, because comparing to our fathers and stuff, they would sell their whole land, they will I mean, most of I mean, you can look at our older generation, right? They had lot of egos and bad ego, they didn't really thought about much, pride was everything to them, and it kind of destroyed many things. And which is something that we have less. People are more confident now, okay. We don't really care much about what other people think, which is a very good thing, very good thing. We are more open toward romantic relationships. Of course, I'm not talking about physical relationship, I'm talking about more emotionally mature when it comes to relationships, okay. I'm really getting tired of talking about our generation, because every time I'm talking about a good stuff, then at the same time there is a contradicting fact that goes in my head. I'm like, no, I actually got to think about this more, because so yeah, our generation is kind of shifting towards a good thing. I mean, we are not just saving everything like our parents did. We actually kind of spent much spend much on ourselves now, which is a very good thing. In a way, we are more creative, designing our rooms, we are kind of more hygienic, men's are also getting active about skincare, fashion and everything. And yes, so there are many revolutionary things that are happening, and on the other side there are many shitty things. Every generation and everything has a bad and a good side. But the good thing about all of this is our generation, as much as we thought that it was as bad, it's not really. It's kind of very smart in its own way, and good in its own way. And we are kind of evolving, so changes will happen. And like, we just hope, we can just hope for best. I mean, wanted to talk about a lot of things like socially our stand, and but to be honest, every time I'm thinking of an idea